Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the videos. Another paid request this time for Bronson. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And Bronson, he wanted me to give my thoughts on 16 more of his favorite Ozzy Osbourne songs. Now, I can't really remember 16 songs, especially ones I've heard for the first time. My brain just doesn't work that way. But I did write a few things down on each one of these. 16 was Fearless from the Stream album. Wasn't really a fan of it. Wasn't a fan of the flow of it or the guitar work on it. Number 15 was Crucify. That one I did not mind. Give Me Your Heroes, Sinners and Saints. I'm Your Counterfeit Friend. That one I did like. I liked the tone of that one. I liked the lyrics of that song. Soul Sucker Stream album, not a fan of that one. Let It Die, that one I did like. I'm a savior, a sinner, a killer, a loser. Number 0, play the victim. End up a hero. That had a good flow to it. That one was something I would not have an issue with re-listening to. Eat Me from Ordinary Man. That one didn't really care for. Under the Graveyard, number 11 from Ordinary Man album. I like the softer parts of that song, but not the heavy guitar part of it. Straight to Hell from Ordinary Man is number 10. That one felt like even more of a heavier guitar element and wasn't really a fan of that bit. Number 9, Facing Hell, Down to Earth. That one felt like more of a, I don't know how to call it, but a heavier song. Just didn't care for it either. Liked number 8, didn't mind number 8, Scary Little Green Men from Ordinary Man. Has some nice vocals. One of the few songs I loved was number 7, Ghost Behind My Eyes from Osmosis album. Had a great flow, liked the usage of the instruments, and felt a lot of pure emotion. Not that there's zero emotion in the other songs, but that one, it was like the song of the album, of all these songs, I just felt the most of this pure emotion to it, and that really grabbed me. So Ghost Behind My Eyes, that's the song I would gladly listen to again. Number 6, Lightning Strikes, didn't mind that one from the Ultimate Sin album. Rockin' All Night. It just was old school rock. Number 5, Thunder Underground Osmosis album. Wasn't really a fan of it. Number 4, Countdown's Begun from Black Rain. Not the movie, but the album. That was okay at best. Number 3, Black Rain from said album. Got some harmonica in it, and I thought it was kind of meh. Number 2, Devil's Daughter, Holy War. Really wasn't that big into it. And Ozzy throughout all has some really good vocals, to be fair. But sometimes, again, either the flow of it, or maybe some of the guitar work, or some of the other instruments, it's just something that never, with some of these songs, didn't grab me. Now, number 1, Shot in the Dark, I do like that one. Because I would say the songs I did like was about 6 of the 16. Shot in the Dark, Lightning Strikes, Ghost Behind My Eyes, Scary Little Green Men, Let It Die, and Crucify. One step away from you, shot in the dark, always creeping up on you. Shot in the dark. Like that had a nice rhythm that seemed very catchy. It seemed like something you would be singing along with. I would say probably my Goes Beyond My Eyes was my favorite on this. That was the bigger surprise. And Shot in the Dark, I've heard that song before, and that's one I have fond memories on. Because that was probably the only song I had heard before out of all these 16, was Shot in the Dark. And I would say Ghost Behind My Eyes was number one favorite. Shot in the Dark was number two. Probably uh, maybe three Crucify, four Let It Die, and five Scary Little Green Men. The five I like the least. That's tough. Probably Straight to Hell, Ordinary Man, Facing Hell from Down to Earth album. Soul Sucker, Fearless. No, Soul Sucker, Eat Me, then Fearless. Probably the ones I like the least. But I'm very picky on a lot of people's albums. Like, it's very rare that I see an album. I mean, this isn't the same album, but even an artist, and I like every song they do. Very, very rare. I mean, maybe AC/DC would be the closest that would be to a band where I like most of their songs. But even AC/DC, I don't love every song they've done either. But again, if there's one that's the closest, it probably would be AC/DC. As for like a solo artist, again, that's tough because I did think of, hey, I like Michael Jackson songs. I don't love every Michael Jackson song though. Even whenever I reviewed some Michael Jackson albums back in the day, I'm like, well, I don't like this one. And yeah, it's hard for me because I'm not musically inclined, so it's hard for me to really articulate what is it about each song that I don't like. With me and songs, it's a weird bit of business where I listen to them and either they're catchy, and sometimes my mind will think of how that would be put into a movie, how that would be put to a film, or how that would be put into a trailer, or just it did be sort of this catchy beat or pure emotion that really I close my eyes and I'm lying down, it makes me feel a certain way. But if it's just kind of either bland or generic or been there, done that, or kind of just doesn't stick out for me, it just doesn't grab me. So that's just how it is with me in music. I'm not as more articulate in terms of, well, the instruments of this part, uh, the riff of the guitars were not as explicit as it could have been from this part before. I'm just not that detailed when it comes to music and when it comes to songs and it comes to artistry. Because I never played an instrument. Uh, I was never in band class. Just band class was an option in school. I was never in it. Even singing, the only time is back in the day in school when they forced the whole class to sing a song. So I don't know shit from apple butter when it comes to songs of that note, like detail wise. So I can only give you the general bit of business of, I liked it or I thought it was meh. But yeah, Goes Behind My Eyes, that one was a nice surprise. So at least there's one song. I mean, like I said, there's a couple I didn't mind, but that one really stuck out. So at least that's another song to add to the database here of playlists of, if I ever one day do get an iPod, I'll put that song in and listen to that one. I always thought one day I'd get an iPod. I had one long, long, long time ago and it fucking broke, and I don't know. Just haven't had the thought of getting another one since. But maybe one day. But anyway. With that said, thanks once again, Bronson. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.